Chuck Marbella as the engineer in Mississippi Saigon. Several Filipino actors joined the Mississippi Saigon global network of productions for the first time this past July. Making their Saigon debuts via the United Kingdom and Ireland tour were Red Concepcion, Engineer, Joreen Batista, Kim Alternate, Ainrand Ferrer, Kim Cover. Cover is the British term for understudy, and Gerald Santos, Twee. Welcoming them into producer Cameron McIntosh's universe was longtime Saigon actor Christian Chuck Marbella, who has been alternating as the engineer, and is approaching his 10th year, collectively, as part of the Saigon machinery. Marbella started out in the ensemble in the 2000 Manila staging, for 6 months, and graduated to playing Twee and the engineer as he went on to join the Asian tour, 6 months, and the first 2 UK tours, 5 years. During the recent 2014 to 2016 West End revival, he alternated with John Briones as the engineer. Briones plays the same role in the current Broadway revival. Favorite subject: Marbella took up medical technology and was about to enroll in medical school when he decided to audition. Parasitology was a favorite subject in college, he says. He still remembers the scientific names of some of them. The great triumvirate of enteric nematodes are Ascaris lumbricoides, giant roundworm, Trichuris trichiura, whipworm, and Enterobius vermicularis, pinworm. While his academic training might not have come into play during the auditions, everything else he'd done in his youth led him to his seize-the-moment opportunity. I started singing quite young, he says. Weddings, Christmas parties, fiestas, and every event you can imagine, you name it, I've done it, he adds, laughing. It was because he wanted to look physically better that he got into dance as well. I got offered free ballet training after being spotted at a jazz dance group competition. I was a very lanky college freshman. I said yes because I was convinced it would help me tone my muscles. As is the usual case with male dancers who come into ballet training in their teens, he went through an accelerated curriculum. You're supposed to start at age 3 or 4 to gradually improve technique one level at a time. I did an intensive 5-year course from elementary ballet to intermediate partnering just because there weren't any boys interested in ballet. Photography: in between Saigon productions, Marbella appeared in The King and I and Cinderella for Resorts World Manila, and in Ballet Philippines' Rest Aging of Rama Hari. He has also done several musicals for Village Theatre Washington in Seattle, where both his sisters live. When he's not busy performing, he takes photos of his travels and his collection of Monkichi dolls. Inspired by his father, he was into photography and bought a lot of photography books. I used to flip through them to admire the pictures. Marbella developed some of his skills as a photographer for his high school paper. These days, he uses his iPhone. I invested in good lens attachments like super wide angle, fisheye, macro and polarizer. I also bring my GoPro Hero 4 Black whenever I travel, he says.